Creative inquiry is a simple process of education or a learning experience in which we follow a set structure. So a creative inquiry starts with a stimulus, something that gets the learner thinking about the world. It could be a poem, it could be a picture, it could be a question. It doesn't matter what it is, but it starts us to engage with what our own questions are. Very often, children are presented with a textbook. They're presented with the knowledge that they should learn. We're all about saying, look at this thing, words, questions, and think about where you are starting and what you want to learn. So we start from that questioning point of view. The second phase of a creative inquiry is where we skill ourselves. When we are learning, we need new skills. The skills of reading, the skills of talking to people, the skills of capturing things visually. So there's a discipline to the whole process. The third phase of a creative inquiry is where you get out of the classroom. It doesn't matter if you're going into the school grounds, if you're going to a museum, if you're going to a heritage site, if you're going to a library, it doesn't matter. The main thing is that the learner is enabled to do their own research in the real world. The fourth stage of a creative inquiry is often back in the classroom, where the learner is enabled to create something. We know that we learn best when we are active. So that means we are applying our knowledge in new contexts. So we always have an open-ended or creative outcome in which students create and make their own work. Finally, no creative inquiry process is complete without an evaluation stage in which students look at their own work and they look at the work of others and they think about how they could improve. This is at the core of learning, where a learner becomes empowered and enabled to pursue new knowledge lifelong. The job of schools is, in one sense, to deliver the curriculum and to prepare students for exams, and that's a very real part of what they do. The other part of what schools do is to create whole human beings ready for their life ahead. And this is also a job that schools take very seriously. Part of what the world of the future really demands of learners is that they're creative, that they're flexible, that they see themselves as lifelong learners, that they're continuously exploring new horizons. The creative inquiry methodology is about putting those skills back in the heart of the curriculum. Not saying they have to be taught separately, but saying right within the subjects that you need to cover, that you need to teach, we can also teach 21st century learning. We can also create these empowered, strong, creative thinkers, these lifelong learners that are going to be successful human beings in the world of the future. India is undergoing I believe, an educational revolution. It's a revolution happening not in one great overwhelming tide, but in a myriad small ways in different kinds of education systems. But all across the board, it's going in one direction, moving away from textbook learning, moving away from modules of knowledge that students have to imbibe, and towards creative, critical, and expressive types of educational experiences. And that's happening in so many ways, and I feel like fairly honoured that we're a part of that process.